Good to see you.
James, you can be white.
Hey, we're live.
He's kind
We're
of my
live.
skin tone.
So with the liveness.
Michael says no more talk of this.
Oh, okay.
What about giant eagles? How
Mike,
do
do they see the background right now? Can they see it?
What background?
If I draw on it,
No.
do they see that?
I can.
I can.
Oh, we all can. Yes, that's true.
I can't. But that's 'cause
Of
I'm
course,
horrible.
yeah. I knew that's where that was going to go.
But like sometimes,
Yeah.
nice ad.
Yeah.
Sometimes, freaking Mike says the background can be seen. Can our chat be seen?
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yes, the chat can be seen.
Oh no.
Yes.
So the background is not seen. The chat is seen. First of all, hey guys, what's up? How's everyone doing?
Wonderful.
Yo.
I'm in the
Pretty
mountains
good.
on
Pretty
vacation.
good.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah. Welcome to Lord Sargus, aka James, aka character's name we don't know yet. He's going to join us, so that's exciting. I'm sure he'll add to the chaos. Just a quick rundown of how the game works for James, and a reminder for anyone who's watching. This is it's like Dungeons and Dragons, but not. So things that it lacks, it doesn't have initiative, it doesn't have movement speed. We will move around fictional space in ways that make sense and as needed. For rolling for success, we use 2d6 instead of a d20. On a 6 or less, it's a failure. On a 7 to 9, you get the thing that you want, but it comes at a cost. And then on a 10 plus, you get the thing you want, and it's awesome, and maybe even get something extra sometimes. And that's pretty much the basic rundown of how things go. We'll basically just play the game, and we'll find out more as we play as to how those things affect us. Any questions at the moment, James?
Nah, I should be alright.
Just
Yeah.
stick by me, buddy. I'll keep you alive.
This dice rolling
Really?
thing over here is kind of weird.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, yeah. So if you click on,
Come on now. I've never killed anybody.
it brings
my
up
party.
the dice roller.
Yeah.
And so you can roll at the top. You can just roll one of whatever those things are. You can under advanced roll, select the amount of whatever type of dice to roll, and then any modifiers that you would have.
Is
So-
it a dice? Okay, yeah, that's gonna take a minute. I'm guessing that just the thing is like it just means 1, 2. I don't know. What is the exclamation mark? What is that?
What now?
Let's just let me make sure. Okay. I guess. Okay. All right. We'll
Well, if you click on it, if you click on the dice, it'll pop out the actual dice roller, which is what I like to use. I don't like to use the little sidebar.
Dear God.
You mean advanced dice?
Yeah.
We said all the D, so we got all the D.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, I mean that's what I like to use. So
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay.
all right, cool.
Palpatine's D.
Cool.
Jesus, something's dead.
Yep, that's why I said I win.
Dead. Okay.
I'll tell you
The
what.
DM of God that died. I win.
Can't,
Game over.
You guys just can't have anything, can you? The chat's always been visible, always.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it has. Just shows you don't watch our streams.
That's
Well,
true.
also,
I'm
to be
in the
fair-
stream. I don't need to watch them.
To be fair, it's not that anything we put in chat can be worse than the things we've already brought up,
Or said.
in voice.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Anyways.
That was not a challenge. That was just a statement.
So let's have a quick recap of what's going on and where everyone's at. So you guys killed the dragon. The werewolf escaped. You went to the gnomes. You took the eggs, and the dragon head to the gnomes. And they were kind of sort of bartering some deals with you guys, trying to maybe get you guys to do some other stuff for them for some coin. And in the midst of that, the professor, really, really wanting his smell scope back, decided to turn into an eagle and then sort of tag teamed Melody to join him. And but that way, of course, that kind of power of spell comes with a consequence. So they both transformed into these sort of giant eagles. But being birds of prey, they found the chicken dragons, the wyverns, to be pretty delectable looking. And so their first order of business was to grab and eat some of those things. And the gnomes did not take kindly to it because it is their sort of precious research. So Mist, seeing all this go just horribly awful, just sort of noped out and left unannounced. Maria, after sort of seeing this happen, tried jumping out of a window. That didn't go so well, but they did manage to escape. Maria rendezvoused at the inn where Mist was already at. And Melody and the professor went up to the tree and had their meal. The gnomes, pretty unhappy with the whole series of events, mounted the chicken dragons, took to arms, and then started heading towards the inn. So when Melody and the professor start getting near the inn, they see the battalion of gnomes riding their wyverns towards the inn, where Maria and Mist are already inside. Did I miss anything? Y'all remember anything else?
Yeah, I missed one on vacation.
Nah. Sorry.
When I tried to exit the tree, I still thought I was a bird.
Yeah, you did. You did fall. Yeah.
I fell. It didn't hurt, but it was humiliating nonetheless.
Oh, also, could everyone tell me their HP and their armor rating, please?
250.
You want max or what we have?
Let me know what you have. Let's start with Maria.
Okay, 16 and 1.
Okay, so 16 and 1. And then what is Melody?
21. And then for armor, 2.
2. And then Mist?
200.
Nope. Try again.
16 and 3.
Okay. And then what is Professor?
14 and 3.
All right. And then what? Well, we'll come to James' character in a minute. All right. So we're gonna cut to the inn. All right.
Of course we are.
So inside the inn, Mist is having his beer. Maria is still sort of out of breath. She's already said what's up to her mom, I believe.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
When are we going to invite their Mr. James into the group? When are we going to introduce him soon?
Yes, very soon.
Hey, James, do you know how to change your name so I don't have to remember your character? Because that would be really helpful.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can. I'm sure there's some.
If you click on the gear in the top right-hand corner of the screen, it'll bring it'll give you where your character
at
name
the
is.
very top. It literally says display name.
Yeah, you can change that.
So when you introduce your character, can you change that real quick? Because I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna be like Lord Sarkis. All right, sorry, teacher. Keep going.
Yep. All right. So Mist is having his beer, right? Melody, not Melody. Maria, you're in there. You're sort of out of breath. I assume Fluffy is serving people, sort of as she would be. Then we have Aaron, the innkeep, and he's probably sitting behind the counter doing his thing. There's a number of patrons in the inn, in the tavern part of the inn. One of which is the character that James is going to be playing. So James, let's go ahead and talk about your character real quick. What's your character's name?
Oh, it's Gray.
Gray. All right.
It's just Gray.
EY or AY?
AY.
Okay. Right. And then let's get a well, first of all, what is your class, race, and gender?
So I'm a barbarian.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm human.
Human. Okay.
And what else do you need now?
Your
Are you a female?
Yeah, gender.
Yes, I am a male.
Right.
Okay.
And then approximately how old are you?
I guess we're gonna say good into my. We'll say 40.
Okay, 40. Cool. All right. Now we will do more character introduction after some stuff goes down, and sort of the other characters will find out about your character, and we'll find out about your character through play. So, but that gives us just a base. So this guy. You'll give us a physical description though. We'll do that.
Oh, okay. So pretty tall, probably about 6'5".
Okay.
And the reason why I'm called Gray is when I was born, or later on in life, all I had was gray hair. Like it's fully gray. It's very long.
Okay.
About my skin tone right now.
Okay.
I'm wearing, kind of like brownish pants, white shirt, just a little bit of fur.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right.
I got shoes on, of course.
Yeah.
You sound like Fabio, man.
And do you have a weapon of any kind?
No, I actually use my bare hands.
Sweet.
Fist of Fury.
Yeah. Fisticuffs. Awesome. All right. So we got a basic rundown of what you look like and kind of who you are. But we'll come back to more details later. All right. So let's go outside real quick where the professor and Melody are. The gnomes on their whip hands are rushing the inn. They'll be arriving in minutes. What are you guys up to?
Should we turn around?
So I see gnomes are up to no good.
Of course.
To gnome good?
As gnomes
Yeah.
do.
You're up to gnome good.
I mean, there's only one option.
Fireball.
Yes. I'm going to blow up a chunk of the town and the gnomes with it.
Okay, you're not close enough, so you have to travel a little bit of distance and you'd be arriving at the inn just after they would, because they're a little bit ahead of you. So, but are you heading towards the inn where they're going then?
Yes.
Well, guess
Dylan, turn into an eagle and get over here quick.
Don't tempt me. I will use polymorph.
All right. What is Melody doing?
I guess we're going to help everybody. I'll go too.
Okay. All right. So you guys are.
I'm gonna have Melody grab my hand and, like you would walk an old person across the street, she's just leading me to the inn.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. All right.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So here's the scene from both perspectives, right? Dylan and Melody, you're sort of rushing, just sort of to diagonally off to the side and sort of behind the gnomes as they're rushing towards the inn. You guys, you're just in the inn. So Melody and Dylan, you see the wyverns, just like regular chickens or hens, can fly very short distances, but with the gnomes on them, they do take flight just like, maybe 5 or 6 feet in the air at the last second, right as they converge on. And you see about 4 of the wyverns actually crash through the windows of the inn. The other ones start circling around towards the front of the inn where the entrance is. Inside the tavern inn itself, in the tavern part of the inn, everyone's sitting there minding their own business when suddenly, bursting through the windows, come these 4 gnome wyvern riders. And as they bust through, leading the charge is the foreman who you all met with. And he yells out, "Mist! You and your group will pay!"
Mist yells out, "This is fucking bullshit." It's that old man.
What are the rest of you doing?
Well, they did say that they were a nerdy bunch that couldn't pack a punch. So I guess we beat shit out of them mercilessly.
All right. So you're just about at the end, so you're almost there. But more directly, the people in the end. So Mist, Maria, and even Gray, who's just sort of a bystander at this moment.
Well, I guess we're continuing on in the end,
Yeah.
because he's slow as fuck, and I'm having to walk him across.
The scene of me and Melody, you hear
He's
this
like almost
just amazing action music, and you see Melody sort of tugging, and I'm just sort of shuffling along.
Jesus, man.
We'll get there soon enough. And then
Alright,
we'll
just-
burn them to the ground.
Just for reference, Mr. Mike, I have a +2 on hold still from doing my extreme cautions and stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
While we're doing this super slow march, Professor, are you missing any health right now?
Nah, I'm good. You're the one that fell out the tree. I gracefully climbed down with my
But I
broken
only
hips.
had one, one hit point or whatever that I missed. So
All right, so Mist is gonna do an action.
All right.
Instead of
Okay.
saying this bullshit. I have a new thing. The last time I leveled up, and I haven't used it yet. This is the perfect time. It's called Escape Route. This is when you're in too deep and need a way out. Name your escape route. Roll plus on Dex. On a 10+, you're gone. F everything. On a 7 and 9, you can stay or go, but it'll cost you. It says you either leave something behind or take something with you. The GM will tell you.
Okay.
So if I choose to leave, you get to punish me.
All right.
I'm gonna roll this bitch. We're gone on Dex.
Okay.
Bye, bitches. Miss leaves the bar.
Cool.
He's gonna go hide near the.
No. You're escaping the bar, and that's fine.
It said name my escape route.
Yes, you are escaping the bar. And that's fine. Tell me how you escape the bar.
I go up to this roof and jump the fuck off. Oh god.
man, I guess we're learning
Cool.
Miss is real bitch ass.
Cool. You slip out unnoticed. You slip out unnoticed. As you land on the ground, you see, still surrounding the inn, the other gnomes with their whip hens.
That's all right. I'm gonna roll another escape route. I'm out.
Is there a limitation on how many times you can use that in a time period?
No, it does not.
Okay.
In fairness, it's Dungeon World. It's all very open-ended.
Yeah.
I'm gonna duck behind a bar and coat one of my arrows with oil of Taggart.
Okay. All right. And Gray, are you doing this moment, or are you just like watching on as this sort of whole thing goes down?
I'll see what goes on.
All right. Cool.
See what goes on.
Cool. All right. So Melody and Dylan, you've just arrived at the inn. You've seen mist burst off the roof onto the ground. Three of the Wyvern and Gnome Riders surround him as he sort of got his back to the inn itself. What are Melody and the Professor doing?
So, Mist is surrounded.
Yes.
I'm gonna yell, "Young man, duck!" And I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Inside the building. Okay.
No,
Well, sure. why
outside.
not?
I'm
No,
not in
you're
the building.
outside.
I'm on the
Yeah,
outside.
you're also
Okay.
outside. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
good,
don't
good,
get me
good.
wrong. I will happily cast Fireball.
I
into
know
a
you
building.
will.
Yep.
The
I know.
professor gives no fuck.
So let's
I
cast the
know.
fireball.
Alright, so I got 5, 4. That's an 11.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wait,
Uh,
12.
Cool.
Oh,
Mist-
I get to choose what happens. I'm going to maximize the damage.
Okay. What does that come with?
You get to choose a negative.
Ooh. All right. Let me also, just while we're doing this, Miss, can you roll Defy Danger?
I know where this is going.
Should have
Come
stayed
on, just use
inside.
your escape roll.
Oh, look at you. So nice. All right, cool. Go ahead and roll for damage, Dylan.
It's maximized. It's just 12 off the bat.
Oh, okay. All right.
No armor. Fire.
Yep. All right.
Miss jumps as high as he can.
Yep.
I wanna
Shield
avoid
as
that
everything erupts underneath you to the sound of Ave Maria.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm riding the volcano.
So the fire actually erupts from the ground itself, and a wall of flame forms in sort of the semicircle that the gnomes are making. The wyverns are basically killed on impact. They die over. They're crispy chicken, right?
Collect him for food.
The gnomes light on fire, and then they just back up out of the fire just a little bit. So they back away. But there's a ring of fire now, sort of surrounding the back portion of the inn, and it's pretty hot, pretty intense, and pretty dangerous.
Can someone do a mad cackle for the professor? I can't. It's needed.
I don't think I can. I've never tried.
So
Mike, you can cackle.
while that's happening outside, Let me do some damage deduction.
Mike's upset because I'm averting his wrath right now.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Your time will come.
Your time will come.
Wait, you said damage reduction?
Say what?
What were you saying about damage reduction?
No, I was doing damage deductions from the gnomes.
Oh,
I
okay.
have to deduct their
I thought you
damage.
said reduction. I was going to be like, no armor for fire.
So back inside the inn, the gnomes, seemingly just having lost sight of Mist, are now pretty angry, and they start just attacking everyone and everything. One of the gnomes rides over towards the innkeep with his wyvern and stabs the shop owner right in the stomach. He sort of falls over. Fluffy, seeing this, she sort of whips out her claws. Her claws come out of her thing. She starts grappling with another one of them. Then the other two sort of just start attacking everyone. Gray, one of them starts advancing on you. Do you do anything?
Do I do anything to this gnome?
Punch him in the dick. Let's go.
Toss him.
Well, since now it seems like he's going to attack me. Since it's a bar, what is there around me right now?
You got a table. You've probably got like a stein on your table there. There's people. There's probably some plates.
Oh my god! Please pick someone up and hit him with them.
And you said this thing's on a chicken or what? What is
it's like a chicken dragon.
It's a chicken dragon.
Do you know what a cockatrice is? It's also.
Yes. Okay. That's the same thing. That's okay. A cockatrice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So he starts advancing towards me. So what we're gonna do here is, trying to think of what's the best idea for this. You know what? I'm gonna pick up the entire table and throw it at him.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Okay. So now throwing is basically volley, right? So that's gonna be with your dexterity for the tossing action, basically. So you're gonna roll 2d6.
Okay.
And then you're gonna add your modifier. Because I think I know some of the abilities you said you picked.
Plus
this is a person, right? And that's part of your appetite. So technically,
yeah. Well, yes, because that is part of my appetite.
Right. So you'll roll a d6 and a d8.
Okay.
Plus
So.
Modifier.
Okay. So how do I put those into this roll?
Just roll a d6 and then roll a d8.
Okay.
And you'll add your dex modifier to it.
So we'll roll 1d6.
Yep. Oof.
Ouch.
Yeah. Of course it would. And then roll 1d8.
Oh,
hey, there you go.
Okay.
All right, and the modifier is what you said to dex plus 2.
Yeah. So that's a 10.
That's sure is.
Yeah.
That's a full pass, buddy.
Yep. So yeah, you're gonna throw this thing.
You're gonna do it.
Go ahead and roll for damage too. So you'll roll your damage dice, which is a d10, I believe.
Yep, it is a d10.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. So tell me how you hurl this table at the gnome and his chicken.
So I grab onto the table with both sides of my hands, pick it up, and you hear the low groan and the squeaking of the wood as I pick it up, and I hurl it at him as it spins towards him at basically the speed of light.
Cool.
Striking him, obviously.
All right, cool. Yeah, so it crashes right into the gnome, knocks him off of his wyvern, and he takes the 7 damage. Some mathematics. He falls to the ground. You hear some ribs crack and stuff. the table does continue to roll after it hits him. Roll past him, taking out another table as it rolls across the inn. The Wyvern starts going wild in a frenzy, having its rider having been knocked off. Starts running around the place all crazy like. What is Maria doing?
Maria's gonna pop out of cover and shoot the foreman with her arrow.
Okay. All right, let's do some rolling.
That's a 10. No,
All right.
11.
All right. So,
Cool.
tell me how you shoot him, and then roll for damage.
D8 and ooh, sweet. Oh, plus I get +2 because I'm a halfling when I
Okay.
deal attack with the range damage. So I'm gonna pop out of cover and just shoot him dead in the forehead. Get back!
All right.
And then duck back into cover.
So is
And he falls asleep.
9 total then?
Yeah. And he falls asleep.
Okay. So yeah, you hit him with the arrow right in the forehead. As he's sort of just yelling before you shoot him. He says, "Bring me mist," and then it pops him in the head and he falls over. Right. And then the others are still sort of harassing the other two that are in there are still harassing the patrons, sort of going after people and whatnot. Meanwhile, outside, Mist, you got a wall of fire. Beyond that wall of fire, you got 3 gnomes. Beyond those 3 gnomes, you have Melody and the Professor. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go back inside the bar.
Okay.
That's advisable right now.
Right.
Sounds like it.
You just like gonna jump through a window or something?
Well, I mean, I came,
You came
jumped
to the roof.
down and
Yeah.
yeah, off the roof. I understand. That doesn't mean I didn't jump in front of the bar. I'm gonna either go in the back door or the front door, whatever's near
Okay,
me.
so you're just gonna enter the door then.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so you just casually open the door and
No
walk in.
style point.
Sure. All right.
Yep.
You walk into the chaos that is the bar, and you see sort of the 2 gnomes roughing people up. One gnome on the ground with an arrow sticking out of his head. One gnome on the ground with a table behind him and a crash table behind it, and one of these wyverns just running around the place like a crazy person. Do you do anything?
Is the one with the arrow sticking out of his head dead?
No, he's just asleep.
Okay, I attack the sleeping one.
Okay, you get a +1 advantage. There are other gnomes in the area, so they're still at present danger. But you can get a +1 against him advantage because he is asleep. So
Cool. Well, seeing as how you were saying shit gets real, I started reading my actual side stuffs, and I really like the things I have never used before.
okay,
So, Backstab says when I attack a surprised or defenseless enemy, I get to roll. I do damage plus my dex, which I always do, right?
Hmm.
But on a 10 plus, I get to choose 4 things. On a 7 to 9, I get to choose 1.
okay,
So it says you don't get in a melee with them. You deal an extra 1d6. You create an advantage +1 for me or an ally, or I can reduce their armor by 1.
okay,
So I'm gonna do a backstab on the sleeping guy.
okay.
So we'll roll on dex here.
Yep.
That's a 7.
Okay.
It's something. All right, I'm gonna choose to roll another d6 with my damage.
Okay. All right. So, do your damage.
All right, so there's that. I'm glad I chose another d6. That's 6.
Okay. Cool. So 6 total. All right. The guy on the ground. Mathematics. All right. Cool. So how do you stab him?
I'm just gonna straight up and walk up to him, and I'm going to look Gray in the eyes, and I'm gonna wave, and I'm just gonna kind of like push my sword into his chest.
Okay. So, well, you don't know Gray, right? So why are you waving at Gray? I guess is a good question.
I don't know, because he's a new guy, and I could tell that he's helping out because there's a table on top of one of these things.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you walk in, you plunge your sword into it, and so he's fallen on the ground, but sort of his bird's still up and running, right? So the bird, seeing its master being attacked, jumps on your back and starts scratching and pecking at you. And so from the bird, you're gonna take.
I'm gonna use shoot first. It says you never get caught by surprise. When an enemy would get you on drop on you, you get to act first instead.
Okay.
So I am going to attack the stupid chicken thing instead.
Okay. Let's roll for success because
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, because you're still basically.
Stabbing.
Yeah, you're in the middle of something, so you are open to attack.
Yeah, that's a 12.
Okay.
Jesus.
So you can have an attack on him. Go ahead.
That's a 4.
All right. So how do you attack the chicken?
I'm just gonna do a side slash because I see it coming off from the side. I'm gonna try to just cut the bastard in half.
If
Okay.
he's
You won't.
if
You
he's
won't.
weakened,
You won't cut him in half, but you'll make a pretty significant slice in him. So you do, and it sort of it runs away a little bit after you slash it, and it's bleeding out pretty bad. It's hurt. So while that's going on, we're back outside.
okay.
Melody and the professor, these gnomes have jumped off of their mounts. They've been burned by the fire. They've turned towards you now because obviously they know you're the threat. What are you doing?
Well, he casted fireball. I think I'll cast it too.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work,
Off the
guess
fire.
what? More fire.
We'll just keep fireballing. Why not? That's an 11.
Okay.
So that's happening. And that's a 7 for damage.
Okay. All right. So that's tell me how it goes off.
Well, they jumped off their burning chickens only to be caught in another field of fire.
Cool.
They thought
Now
there should never be
yours
another.
doesn't have the gravitas that the professor's does.
Yeah, mine's not so intense
Yeah.
that it's posing a threat to the nearby building as
so
his was.
I would even say that maybe you've drawn from the fire that already exists and pulled it forward on them.
Probably, yeah.
So flames sort of burst out of the fire that already exists and hit them, doing a significant amount of damage. I mean, they're even sort of parts of them are still even on fire from the damage they've taken.
I mean, they're trying to take off their
Yeah.
shoes and stuff, but it's not working.
They're not dead yet, but they're definitely in a bad way. And then, Professor, what are you doing?
No more warming! I'm gonna fireball them.
Oh my god!
And that's an 11, so I'm going to maximize it and let you choose a bad thing.
Of course.
So 12 damage, no armor. I want you to know, by the way, to get a 10 plus, I just have to roll 7 between 2 dice because I have a plus 3 intelligence.
Yep. Okay. So
So
the gnomes explode from the inside out.
Oh, great.
But-
Now we got gnome bits all over us.
But the fire adds to the fire that's already half surrounding the inn, and it becomes like a 50-foot swell of fire. And the inn
So we just had a Chernobyl.
the backside of the inn immediately catches on fire. Right from the inside, you guys, there is some glass in there, and it blows out.
Yeah, it gets hot.
and you can sort of see the flames coming inside. Also, can I get both Melody and the Professor to roll discern realities on your wisdom?
I would expect
is
nothing
that the
less.
wisdom or intelligence? one?
Wisdom? Yeah, wisdom.
11.
7.
Cool. Melody,
I'm distracted by my beautiful fire.
you see
And a little bit of gnome you have on your face.
you see behind you almost an army of gnomes on wyverns. There's probably 100 plus of them riding in a V formation
Where
towards.
the F did 100 of them come from? Oh my
Where did they
god.
come from?
They're so tiny, they can pack in.
Riding in a V formation towards the inn. Back inside the inn, where you only know that the backside of the inn is now like raging in fire. What is Gray doing?
Sounds like it's time to get it. Nah.
Are you a waterbender, Gray? Please tell me you're a waterbender.
I only wish. So, since the back end's on fire,
Mhm.
To
so
the sound of cackling.
sounds like it's time. Okay, so I just threw a table, still standing there watching someone stab a gnome slowly and fight off.
As I
Yeah.
wave at you.
Yeah, as he waves at me.
Also, the innkeeper's been gutted by one of the gnomes as well.
Is the innkeeper dead or is he just stabbed?
Dead.
He's
Dead.
stabbed. He's bleeding. He's not dead yet.
Okay.
He's gonna be cremated. It's fine.
Yeah, he might.
I can try to force heal him, but we all know how that goes.
You're outside.
Yeah,
I know.
You're definitely not getting inside right at the moment.
Okay, so the back end's on fire. How close is the fire to the innkeeper?
Not too close. He's
Okay.
more towards the middle. And that gnome's over there just like stabbing him.
No, the gnome's over there stabbing him.
Yeah, and then the
He's
cat
still
the cat
stabbing.
lady is fighting another gnome off to the other side.
Okay. It's probably about time to get up out of this bar, but let's see. I look at the person that I don't know who they are, because we've not introduced ourselves, obviously, during this whole catastrophe.
Right.
And I look at him, and in a low groaning voice, I say, "I believe it's time to get out of here."
I totally tried that, and it's worse outside. That's why I came back in.
There's fire
There's only
everywhere.
ash.
Hypothetical question, DM God.
Sure.
How long is it going to take for this place to burn down, turn-wise?
You've got a while. I mean, it's a big place, right?
Okay, I mean, if that's
Yeah.
hypothetical,
Yeah.
it's going to take a while. But I don't know that there's 100 people outside,
No.
riding towards us.
Right.
I would say kill everything inside.
All right. So what we're better yet, what we're going to do is, since I've already thrown something, the cat lady is fighting. You've already killed. Said what? No, is the bird still attacking him?
No. It's running
Is it
around,
dead?
hurt bad.
It's running around.
Yeah, there's actually two birds running around at this point. Actually, the one that because you knocked a guy off of a bird, and the other guy fell off of his bird. So there's two birds running around.
Uh-huh.
There's the guy that you hit. He's sort of gotten up from being hit by the table now. He's got cracked ribs. You've got the guy who's over there just like poking at the innkeeper, and you've got the guy who's fighting with the cat lady.
Okay, so there's one.
There's four total.
There's four total. All right.
Well, there's four guys, and then there are four of the wyverns, but two of them are running around wild, and two of them are still being mounted.
Oh, okay. So the two of them are one that's fighting the cat lady is on a wyvern, and the one that's stabbing the guy's on a wyvern, and the other two are running around.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. So the gnome that originally started advancing towards me, that's got broken ribs. Obviously, I'm sure he's not in too good of a condition. So you know what? Yeah, I think I'm gonna walk over, or actually run over to the gnome that is, stumbling around. I'm guessing because he's just getting up, and grab him by the throat.
Okay.
Throwing him into the fire at the back of the tavern.
Okay. All right. So let's roll on strength for.
Okay, so since that's still the I'm guessing the D6 and D8.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Oop. Change it over. D6. 2. And D8. Come on. You gotta be kidding me.
Hold on. You've got like two D6s and two D8s going on.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like double of everything.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that shouldn't it? Okay. Well, what do you want me to do about that? What do you want me to do about that?
But so that I don't like biasly pick anything, let's just start from scratch. Roll 1d6
Okay.
and then run d8.
I swear I only picked one D6. Okay.
Okay.
That.
It's the same as the first one. Look at that.
Okay. And that.
Okay. And then plus your strength. I mean, it's already a 10. So
which is
That's happening.
all right. So
which-
you tell me how you like lift him into the air and give him sort of a hurl.
Wait a minute. Okay. So I grab him by the throat, picking him up while he's, I'm trying to, as I'm, crushing his windpipe. And with one hand, I sling him as hard as I can back to the fire as he lands in the fire and starts screaming, I'm guessing.
Cool. Well, roll for damage.
All right, which is a 10.
Yep.
Indiana Jones face.
And it's a 1.
Wow.
It's a 1.
Wow,
It's
so
a
we-
1.
Wow,
All right.
that was amazing.
And then
Absolutely.
then roll a d6 because he's going to take some fire damage for landing in the fire.
All right.
6 total. All right, so yeah, he hits the back wall, and as he hits the back wall, he starts to burn as he catches on fire, and he does sort of start screaming. All right, cool. Yep. All right, so he hits the wall. Meanwhile, we can see over to the side. It looks like the innkeeper is probably dead now.
Can't save everybody.
He's been stabbed sort of to death.
Is there a necromancer in the house?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have a magic trinket for that.
Yeah. Also, the guy that missed stabbed, who was asleep, is obviously awake. He's been stabbed, and so it's woken him up. But he's in a lot of pain, hurting. Mist, what are you doing?
I'm going to stab this bastard again.
Okay.
So let's get this going here. Yeah, that's happening.
Okay.
With a 5.
Okay. So you'll kill him. So tell me how that goes.
Cool, man. I just look him in the eyes and I just push my sword through his neck.
Cool.
As I go, shh, 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 shh.
Yeah. So as you're pushing the sword through his neck, he sort of gurgles, and as he does so, he slips a small dagger out from his back and just like plunges it into your gut.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah. And you're gonna take 1 damage. Wow.
0 damage.
You got abs of steel, sir. Abs of
Yep.
steel.
You flex and chip the
Miss
knife.
whips it out and pisses on him as he dies.
And then
You're just like, thanks for the trinket. And you just hold the dagger.
so
Yeah, as it falls out of my armor, it falls in my pocket.
Maria, the innkeeper just died. There's wyverns running all over the place, and your mom is still fighting off one of these gnomes. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot the chicken that the one that's attacking mom's fighting.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. Let's roll for that.
Cool. 9.
Only I had cloud kill.
Okay.
What was it? D8. For 7 damage.
All right. Cool. So you shooting the chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll kill it. So tell me how that happens.
Cool. I'm gonna pull my bowstring back, loose my arrow. It's gonna shoot through the neck and drop to the ground.
Okay. Yeah. So right through the neck, the thing falls to the ground. The gnome sort of stumbles off of it. As the gnome's falling off of it, Fluffy does a pretty hearty slash across the chest, leaving 4 gashes right across. She does 1 damage to the poor little gnome. Guess the wounds aren't as bad as they look. But
She's rusty.
yeah. So as he falls down, he takes the slashes, and as that happens, you all hear a loud, like horn blowing noise outside. Sort of like a. As we cut to outside, Melody and the professor. The scene you're seeing is the gnomes are riding up, and one's blowing a horn, and they're encircling the inn on their wyverns. I said, like 100 of them. What are you doing?
Time to polymorph into a rib.
Melody,
Red
Yeah.
the
dragon.
professor is going to look at you, and you're going to see his eyes finally both align for one moment with clarity.
Oh, God.
Please take this. It might help you. And he's going to hand you his staff. Then he's going to cast polymorph. He's
Of
going
course.
to try to turn into a Dargon. Form of dragon.
A what?
I'm going to turn into a dragon.
Okay.
Very
I'm going
wrinkly
to try
dragon.
anyway. Yes. So 5 plus 4 plus 3. Yeah, it happens. And I can maximize it. So What would happen if I maximize the spell? Do I get it with more benefit, or should I just copy it and also go, never mind, Melody, you're a dragon too?
Oh my god!
If you maximize the spell, what do you want to happen if you maximize it? How about that? Tell me what you want.
I wish to turn into the red dragon we killed.
Okay.
But with
don't polymorph
glasses
to a dead animal.
and wrinkles.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
So I wish to turn into an elderly red dragon.
Okay. Cool.
And then just start laying into the gnomes.
Okay. So let's heads up real quick. As you turn into the giant dragon, you get an HP of 85.
Dear God.
Yeah.
How do I get polymorph? I need to do this.
Yeah. Your damage roll is going to be a D10. Okay.
Okay.
And then you'll have an armor rating of just 2, though, actually.
Okay.
So, but the downside, right? There's got to be a downside because you maximized it.
Yes.
Yep. So the downside is that it's only going to last for 2 turns. And you'll morph back.
Okay.
So you probably morph into the dragon. That's your turn, though. Melody, what are you doing?
All right, I want to go to like the most in charge looking gnome and cast Charming and Open to ask a question.
Okay. So to do that, all right, because they're all on the dragon, they're all on things. I mean, he's not going to let you just like walk up to him. So you're going to have to defy danger to reach him in the first place. So roll 2d6 on your dex to get to him.
Okay, sure. Okay, that's a 13.
Okay.
Oh man, the dice are with us today. But
Yeah.
So you manage to dodge a couple of arrows as you dash towards him. You're sort of in rare form, and you get up to him close enough to sort of, I guess, how does your ability work?
Oh my god.
I'm allowed to ask a question. They have to answer truthfully if I roll correctly.
Okay.
And it has a list of questions I'm allowed to ask.
Okay, so you're gonna use penance stare, sure. Okay, Ghost Rider, let's roll for it.
That's 14.
Okay. Yeah, so you use your penance stare, and you ask him a question. What do you ask?
What do you most desire? I mean, unfortunately, there's a short list of things I can ask, but yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I feel like
contract.
It's an awfully broad question, and you're gonna get an awfully broad answer.
I know.
Yep. He says he requires world domination. Yeah.
Damn it.
That's what he wants the most. As the gnomes are encircling the inn, we cut back to the inside. Just hearing the horn, the gnomes that are in there start scrambling. It looks like they're trying to leave the inn. What are you guys doing? What's Gray doing?
Now it's time to get out of here.
You're gonna walk outside and see a horde of gnomes and a dragon.
Yeah. So do you start running out of the inn then? Is that your...
It's I look over to the person that I don't know once again, or actually know now, and go, I believe it is time to go outside now.
I agree. Let's get out of here.
But these gnomes are in our way, aren't they? Or they're scrambling to get to.
They're scrambling to run out the front door.
Yeah, we got to go through them.
Do they notice me coming up behind them?
You get a +1 advantage on attacking them if that's something you want to do.
How many are they? 2?
So you got
Is that one still on fire?
the other one on
Or
fire. Now he's behind you guys, so he's scrambling to get out, but he's actually behind you, so he hasn't reached you yet. He's running in your general direction, and then You've got the one that was fighting Fluffy scrambling to get out, and then the one who killed the innkeeper is still on his chicken dragon, and he's running out. So he's probably leading the pack.
Okay, so they're scrambling. Is that one on fire? He's just burned.
He's on fire.
Oh, he's on fire.
He's running maniac on fire.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So he is on fire. And there's one on a chicken dragon scrambling, which is what I'm guessing there's 3 there.
Yeah, the other 2 chicken dragons are still just sort of running around, crazy.
Okay, well, they really don't even matter at this point because they're not even scrambling. They don't even have their masters on them. So, okay. This is a really tough decision here.
Decide quickly, you'll defy danger.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So what we're gonna do is so those tables, that table still laying over there, just laying on the floor.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, how big is that door?
The door.
You know what?
It's smaller than the table.
Oh, okay. You know what? This thing's been on fire. How sturdy is this building right now?
I mean, the mid and front section are okay. The back section is probably, it's probably pretty compromised. The back little portion of the back wall, and maybe a few feet in from that.
How thick is this thing? You know what? We're just going through the front door. Screw this.
Okay.
All right, because we're gonna have to get out of here like today. So we have one on fire, and what is it? One on the chicken dragon.
Yeah, one on chicken dragon, one on fire, one scrambling on his feet.
Okay. Well, okay. So I run over to the one that's scrambling on his feet, picking him up by the back of the neck and running him into the other chicken dragon, or the one that's on there trying to force them through the door. Basically, just bum rushing them all to push them out of the way.
All right. So roll on strength.
Okay. Which is, gosh, we have to, here we go. And that's a D8 plus 3.
Okay, so yeah, so you 13. So yeah, you're successful. So describe the action to me then. Roll for damage.
Okay, and come on, money. Okay. All right. So picking,
so the one you picked up the one that was on fire. You said?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I will burn.
So you're picking up the.
I'm picking up the one that's scrambling.
Okay.
That
fell off the thing that Fluffy attacked.
Yeah.
All right. So you're not going to kill him, but just go ahead and tell me how you do it.
Okay. Well, I grab onto the back of his. I grab onto the back of his neck, and I grab onto the back of his shirt, and basically I'm just running him head first. Honestly, into the what is it? The chicken dragon's, basically asshole.
Okay.
and,
all right.
and pushing them as hard as I can. Look,
right.
Man, that's the way they were.
All right, cool. So you take him, you ran him into the rear of the chicken dragon.
Yeah.
We've ridden Cloaca.
Yeah, the Riffhen, Cloaca. You actually the force of it knocks the chicken dragon against the wall, breaking its neck. It falls down dead. The guy that was riding him, he falls off onto the floor, and the one you hit him with definitely takes a decent hit, but he's not dead, obviously. But he's still in your hands at the moment. So, what is Mist doing?
Mist walks out the front door.
Okay.
Most casual of people.
I feel like Miss is like, you put your left foot in, you put your left foot
Right. Right. So let's roll Defy Danger with the +1 advantage for that.
Okay. That's a 10.
Okay, so yeah, you walk out the front door. As you walk out the front door, we'll come back to that in just a second.
Cool.
What is Maria doing as Mist is like opening the front door to walk out?
Maria's gonna run up and grab her mom's hand and start pulling her towards the door. Like, come on, we gotta go.
All right. So your mom seems to Fluffy seems to express some amount of concern for the innkeep as you sort of grab her and start dragging her.
That is
do you
dead.
try and dissuade her from pursuing that?
Well, I'm gonna put. He's dead. Let's go.
Roll on charisma to see if you're persuasive enough to keep her from like going over and checking on him. You do
No.
not.
Apparently she gets some sort of bonus for being her daughter.
So yeah, you can +1, but that still is just 3.
That's
Okay.
not-
Oh, I just noticed
Yeah.
the roll.
Yeah. So Fluffy backhands you.
She dead as fuck.
Fluffy backhands you, and you take
Secret
6 damage
Good lord!
from Fluffy's
But I tell you,
backhand.
Mike's got it out
Damn,
for
your
me.
mom bitch slapped the shit out
Yeah.
you.
She took her shoe off and beat
and she
you.
sort of yells at you.
I can hear you. I'll be right back.
She says,
I can hear you.
he's a person, half orc, but he's a person, and he gave us a home when no one else would. You know, we have to honor his body, his life. So she goes over there and starts sort of trying to drag the innkeeper out with her. So, all right. So, cutting to Mist walking out the front door. So, Mist, you walk out the front door. Just as you walk out the front door, the circle that the gnomes are bringing around the inn closes, and they're all standing there.
Cool.
Let's cut back out to the backside where Melody and the professor are. You've got these gnomes. The professor's a dragon. Melody found out some mostly. I mean, she got her
Useless
way.
information.
She got her way, but it just wasn't what she was looking for. Maybe. What is the professor dragon doing?
The professor is going to flap his wings and then fly over the ring of gnomes and just carpet bomb, trying to clear a path so that Melody and Mist may live.
When you say carpet bomb, are you using fire or are you dropping droppings on them?
I was going to do the first.
Just
May
shit
I
on
do the
them.
second?
You sure can. I mean, that's something you want.
Is it like incendiary? Is it like I'm just shitting napalm?
You know what? If you get a 10 plus, you can have flaming poo. You have to roll on
What mod?
Constitution.
Okay.
Oh man!
3. That's not great. That's a 6 plus 1, 10.
Okay. Yeah. You can have
No!
you can take a flaming poo on a section of the gnomes.
I just fly over Melody, sees this wrinkly dragon with this flopping gizzard in the wind. Just
Roll
squat and just
roll a d10.
only 5. But
Cool. So you're it's an area of effect. You're gonna get probably about 20 gnomes with the because when you're a dragon, it's big, right? So it's gonna land on them.
Flaming
It's on
diarrhea.
fire. It's not gonna kill them, but they're definitely going to hurt and be unhappy from the flaming food.
I'm just trying to clear the way. You just hear growling, and you know deep within you the professor's having fun.
Yeah. So you do knock out a section of them. Melody could technically defy danger her way through that section of the crowd if she wanted to.
Yes.
So you want to do
Are
that?
they all screaming and coded in it?
Yeah. So then roll defy danger on your dex.
That is an 8.
Cool. So you sprint through the fecal matter.
It's on my shoes, isn't it?
You do manage to get some on you,
It's
yeah.
stuck to it.
So you're just going to take 2 fire damage, and you're also going to become soiled if you want to add soiled tag to your character. You've got dragon feces all over you, but you do manage to burst through to the other side of the gnomes, on the outside of their circle that they've got around the inn.
Okay.
So back to the other side. Are the rest of you also following behind Mist out of the inn, out the door?
I still have a gnome in my hands.
You do.
But there is a flaming gnome.
Yeah.
That is running at me.
Yeah. But he's still behind you. You could walk out the door
Gnome
ahead of him if you wanted to.
I'm not gonna walk out of the door.
Bowl it.
What am I gonna do with this other gnome that's in my hands? I'm going to turn around and throw him. I'm going to, I guess, as I'm backing out the door, I'm going to sling said gnome at the other. Well, are we Mist has already walked. Well, I don't know the name.
Mist has walked out the door.
Yeah, Mist has walked out of the door, and you're still dealing with your mother over there.
Mm-hmm.
I look over at you and or whoever the two cat. What are you're both cat people?
She's not. So Maria's a half a
hobbit.
Hobbit, yeah.
Hobbit, yeah.
I guess so. I scream to the hobbit, "It's time to go!" while slinging the other gnome into the gnome that is on fire.
Okay, all right. So roll a volley. So that'd be you're still against fighting against a human, so or a humanoid. So your D6, your D8, and then plus your Dex.
Come on, Papa, give money. Really? Really? Obviously.
Yeah, you could get an 8 out of this next one. Aha!
Hey!
See? You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. All right.
And are we rolling for damage
Yeah,
now?
roll your D10.
Come on, 10. That's still good.
All right. So you throw the gnome. Now, so I will tell you, and you can explain in better detail once I tell you what's happening. You're going to throw that one. The force of him is going to kill the other one. Now he won't die. The one you're throwing isn't going to die, but the one he's hitting into will die. So,
but wouldn't he be on fire? The one that he's running into, so he'd take fire damage as well. That's just me asking.
Yeah, he will take some fire damage, but it's still probably going to end up killing him.
Okay, that's fine.
So tell me how you throw him with such force that he kills the other one.
So since he's still held, I basically like this.
Yeah.
So I sling him like a missile, is straight at the other one, striking him in the forehead. Actually, possibly even decapitating him.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Yeah. You it was such force that he takes out the other one's head, knocking him back into the fire, and then he will start burning himself. Now he's not hitting a wall of fire; he's hitting a person of fire. So the fire that he catches on won't burn him immediately. It'll catch fire and it'll start to grow. As he sort of hits the other gnome, and the gnome his head pops right off. As you back out the door, Maria, Fluffy has sort of reached the innkeeper and is trying to basically shoulder him on her back so she can carry him out. What are you doing?
Roll my eyes and go to help, I guess.
Okay, all right.
I can't just leave my mom.
Yeah. So are you going to help carry, or are you basically just going to try and defend her as she's walking out?
I'll defend her while she's walking out.
Cool. So what do we got left? Not a lot. So there's some chicken dragons running around.
I have a cat bag, but I'm way far away.
Yeah. So one of the chicken dragons is sort of running towards you and your mom right now. Just as I said, they're just frenzied. Are you gonna do anything about that?
I'm gonna splash it in the face with some oil to tag it.
Okay. All right. I guess roll for volley.
That's on Dex, right?
Yeah.
That's 7.
All right. Cool. So how do you splash in the face with the oil tag?
While it's running up, clucking at me, I'm just gonna just holy water it.
Yeah. All right. What happens?
It's just gonna fall asleep.
All right. So it falls asleep, but it still has momentum, right? As it falls asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So it still sort of crashes into you. And when it does, you're just going to take a tiny amount of damage to, minus your armor. So as it sort of just crashes into you and knocks you over a little bit. So we'll sort of advance just a little bit. You and Fluffy do make it outside with the innkeeper in tow. Mist and Gray are outside. The entire building is surrounded by 100 gnomes. In the back, some of them are on fire and covered in feces. You guys see a dragon flying in the sky. And then on the other side, Melody has just reached the other side of the gnomes. Now you guys won't have seen that because it's on the other side of the inn. When you walk outside, let me actually get to roll Discern Reality to see if you notice the dragon as you've walked out. So that'll be Mist, Gray, and Maria.
I
Okay.
kind of hope you all
Notice
fail.
What am I
the
rolling?
dragon.
What's
Yeah.
the
What
am I-
certain realities
So
on?
you'll roll 2d6 plus wisdom.
Doesn't matter for me.
Yeah, it don't matter for shit for me either.
I've got a 10.
Roll.
I got a 7. Yeah, boy.
I'm like, wrinkly skin?
So you said
Glasses?
2d6 plus what?
Wisdom.
Oh, I have a -1 to wisdom. Let's go.
You a lucky
Okay.
SOB. So, Maria and Gray notice the dragon immediately, and then Mist.
That's a dragon.
A Mist. A second later, seeing their reactions, looks up and sees the dragon. Now, this dragon looks vaguely familiar to what he's seen before, but different, somehow.
Wrinkly.
So let's start with Maria. You see the dragon. What do you do, or what are your thoughts at this moment?
Considering it's wearing glasses and it's baggy, I'm assuming it's the professor.
Wow, it's a leap.
Not
but okay,
really. I saw him transform into a bird.
True.
That's true.
Okay. So and then
And I
Gray,
did specify glasses and baggy skin.
what does Gray do?
So Gray looks at it. He's mesmerized yet terrified of it because it has glasses,
Yeah.
and it's wrinkly and old, but yet
Disgusting.
somehow feels saddened.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And the wrinkles are flapping in the wind like a flag.
And what is Mist doing then?
He's gonna make a fairy bone dust bomb.
Oh god, that went well.
Just fucking with you. Misty's the dragon.
It's a crowd of
His-
gnomes. What could go wrong?
Yeah, let's not do this with hundreds
His
of gnomes
initial
around.
thought
Yeah.
is, shit, another red dragon. I'm sick of these things. Why are there so many around here?
All right.
And if you're gonna ask me what I'm doing, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to be a part of this.
Well, you don't have time for an action just yet, but we're just doing the initial reaction as you see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Shit, another dragon.
So as you all see this, and as it's happening, you hear the sound of horses and metal clanking coming from the castle, where the castle wall is. And as you see, an army of soldiers is pouring out of the entrance to the castle, headed for the inn.
Yay!
Now let's cut back to where the professor and Melody are. Melody, you've just run past. Professor, you're in the air. Professor, what are you doing?
The professor is going to look down and see Mist, and he is going to just superhero land in the middle of the gnomes in front of him as a dragon.
Okay, are you landing like feet first on the gnomes?
Ooh.
I'm just going to cannonball into the earth like a artillery shell.
Okay.
Just
Oh
feel
my.
nap time,
Well,
and you just
Jeez.
crater
So-
the place.
I mean, at
What
least he's getting himself
am
out of
I
the air.
rolling? What modifier with this?
You're not doing anything. It's just happening. All right.
Sweet.
So it's happening. But
Yeah, Gray, get ready to roll, buddy.
yeah, Mist, Gray, and Maria all roll Defy Danger, and you can roll with Dex, Strength, or Constitution.
12.
All right, I'm using one of my holds to make that a fucking straight 10.
Okay. All right.
So now I've got a +1, so 2.
And so yeah,
Definitely
Gray, you'll roll 2d6 plus.
strength. I'm gonna say strength.
I'm straight ignoring all of that shit.
Well, that's only a 6. That's only a 6. Okay, plus, yeah.
Luck can't last forever.
So when the dragon lands, the earth around him sort of erupts, because the force is like a crater. It's like forcing the Earth up. Miss and Maria, with their quick reflexes, jump back and avoid any complications. Gray, however, a piece of Earth like launches you into the air a little bit, and you sort of spring forward. And as you land down, the dragon's whipping its tail, and the tail sort of just like slaps you right in the face as you hit the ground. And then, Dylan, if you could roll damage against Gray.
Oh, this is great.
Watch
Okay,
this
here we go.
be a 10. That is a 9.
Yep. So 9,
Well,
and you deduct your armor
It
from
was
that.
nice knowing you.
Yep. And as that happens, just after the tail flap, a puff of smoke surrounds the dragon, and as the smoke starts to clear, a naked old man is in its place.
I was hoping you would make me naked.
Mist
Yeah.
immediately froze up in his mouth.
But here's the thing: since Gray was like hurt or landed on, does that mean that he's a naked old man on top
So
of Gray?
you said I take
No, no.
9 so I took 9 damage?
No,
Yeah,
his ball deck's on
but
Gray
minus your
right
armor,
now,
so you'll
he
deduct,
got
I think,
rid.
you +1 armor, so it'll actually just be 8 damage.
Okay.
No, there's tasteful smoke right now. You just see like the upper half of the professor, and then there's this dust cloud at specifically waist height.
Yeah. So, cutting back to the backside, what is Melody doing now that she's sort of sprint past the gnomes and
I
is
would
covered
like
in
to
burning
perform-
feces?
Arcane art because it says that. Well, no, never mind. Because I was like, the mind is shaken clear of one enchantment. That would not unsoil me.
No.
So I would like to take some, like, I don't know, fucking wet wipes or
Cleanse
baby
yourself
wipes or
with fire.
something.
Wet wipes.
Become the mother dragon.
And I want to, like, make myself clean, even though I'll never feel clean again. I'm removing that from my adventuring gear.
Okay. All right.
I'm clean now.
All right. Cool.
You take a horror bath.
Yeah, that's fine.
pretty much.
You take a Lady of the Night's bath. Cool. As this all happens, the guards that are coming towards the end form a semicircle around the gnomes who are fully encircled in the inn, and you see a wizard sort of walk out amongst them and points a wand to his throat, and sort of in loudspeaker fashion, he yells out, "Gnomes, desist and cease. You are surrounded by the Imperial Guard, and we will take action if you do not retreat." And when this happens, the gnomes sort of turn, and they're sort of staring. While this interaction is going on, is there anything that you guys are doing?
I'm stepping back in the shadows.
I'm still just helping my mom.
Continuing going further away from all the commotion.
So you're just like crazy person running away from the scene.
The professor is going to lie down.
Cool.
I don't know. That feels like the only
Taking a
sane
nap
reaction is
at,
to run.
are you taking
Yeah.
a nap in the feces?
So
I'm tuckered out.
for a few moments, it's sort of like a Mexican standoff, almost like the gnomes are trying to make their decision, and then you guys hear from the back a horn blow, and the gnomes start retreating, and when they do, about half of the armored guard starts sort of pursuit after them, and they're all sort of like leaving the scene. About this time, another group of characters show up. These aren't on horse, but it's they're all wearing sort of these bright red cloaks, and they all have sort of like buckets of water, and they start throwing it on the back of the
No, you never wear capes. That's a terrible idea for firemen. What are you
cloaks.
doing?
They're cloaks. They're red cloaks.
Catch on fire.
They could be fire resistant cloaks.
Yeah, they're from fire rats. It's fire rat. fur.
Okay.
But anyways,
They're fire retarded.
they're throwing water on the thing, and
They're lined with lead.
you hear one of the guys yell out to not throw the water on the fire, but to throw it around the fire and wait for the mages to show up. But in the meantime, you guys are no longer surrounded. Do you do anything or have any interactions?
I go over to Gray and say, "Well met, friend. What's your name? Mine's Mist."
And in a low grown voice, I just say, Gray.
Are you budget Batman?
Oh, you're a Pokemon.
I thought he was budget Geralt of Rivia, but now it's budget Batman.
Yeah. Oh, Geralt has a gravelly voice.
That's
He
true.
does.
Um,
I like Pokemon. He can only say his name.
so
I still have your pokey stick. I still have the staff, and I'm running the other direction. So.
as the gnomes retreat, Melody, are you doing anything?
I guess as I see them kind of leaving, I kind of start heading back cautiously.
Cool. And then Fluffy sort of like puts Aaron down on the ground, the shop, the innkeep, and just sort of like stares at him. Maria, do you do anything?
I'm gonna find something to cover him up with.
Okay, all right. Roll discern realities for finding an appropriate vessel for doing it.
What am I rolling that on?
Discern realities is on wisdom.
Okay, cool. So 5.
You find a leaf.
You grab a tuft of grass and you throw it on his body. Fluffy backhands you again.
Oh my
man.
god, yes. Is it another D6?
You take 3 damage.
Also, you should rename your sleep poison narcolepsy juice.
So Fluffy backhands you for another 3 and says, "Don't be dumb." So, all right, cool. So wait, do you all just still hang out in front of the inn, or are you like kind of making distance from it? It's on fire still right at the moment.
I'm fucking left, man. I'm gone. I said I backed off in the shadows. I'm
Cool.
out.
So approximately on the map, do
The
you show sort of where
professor
you?
would like to waddle up
All right.
to Maria.
So is this the
Yeah,
inn?
so this is the inn here, yeah.
All right. Was this where the professor's house was, or something over
Yeah,
here?
Professor's house is over like in this direction.
All right. Well, I'm like over here somewhere. I'm walking away.
So you're near like the quest board, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you've all sort of like traveled in that general direction. We'll say Melody
Yeah.
sort of caught up to you by this point. And you're all sort of just there together. You can see in the distance like some mages have shown up, and they're basically using their wands to like manifest water over the back of the inn. But you do hear some like crackling coming. It's like looks like the back of the inn's falling in, and there's definitely some like damage to it as it's sort of falling apart. But you guys are there with Gray now, and so you're having some discussion, and maybe Gray tells you a little bit about himself. Gray, what do you tell him?
So I tell him I'm from the north, and my entire clan was slaughtered, and I'm basically traveling just to try to find a place in the world now, since I have nowhere else to go. So
Mist
I
instantly invites him to join our team.
Wow, super trusting.
oh, well, so graciously. Why, thank you.
All right, cool. Yeah, and you see it. So does Gray pretty much accept then?
Oh, sorry. I had a brain fart there. Yes, I reach out my hand, how we greet each other, and I grab his forearm, and we shake.
Yeah. Do any-
As we do that, Mist reaches in his bag and hands him a T-Rex pamphlet and says that I give these to all the newcomers. A good friend of mine that has passed on used to follow this god. I think it's bullshit, but in his name, I hand them out.
All right. So yeah, you receive a religious pamphlet for the god of Kratos, and it is made out of T-Rex leather. So you can mark that on your inventory if you'd like. Do any of you? Okay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I was going to say something.
Go ahead.
He looks over at the professor because he turned into a wrinkly old man and wonders where that dragon he turned into seemed very similar. Where did that come from? Where did you think that up? It just looked old and wrinkly. But
so you're basically questioning him about his transformation, like
yeah,
like where did that come from, or so yeah, the professor even questioned
because up north we used to worship dragons. That was our thing. So we just wondered where did that come from?
Yeah. Okay. So how's the professor answer?
Is he frozen on everybody?
He looks frozen.
Yeah.
He looks
Okay,
frozen.
good.
He looks frozen.
So the professor is still naked.
Yep, naked.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So the professor is still naked, and he's just going to look to him as he turns sharply. Just his wrinkly neck waves in the wind. He goes, "I like dragons. They're pretty," and then just starts wandering off towards Fluffy and Maria.
Cool.
Does he always act like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Think of the professor from Futurama, and you pretty much got it.
Yeah. So do any of the other characters have questions for Gray at this point?
Gray's got some questions.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Why were all these gnomes? Why were all these gnomes after you guys?
So yesterday,
story.
asshole professor over here turned into a fucking bird
No,
monster,
No,
and
that's
then
that's
turned
still
Melody.
today. No, that's still
Oh.
today. Yeah.
Well, all right, fine.
Like
A few hours
ago.
ago,
Yeah.
a few hours ago, the professor turned him and Melody into these bird monsters and started killing them.
No, they
and
just
pissed them off.
We're friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Melody,
Interesting.
do you defend yourself at all?
What apparently, like, it just kind of went wrong, and we just had a taste for chicken that nothing else could satisfy except for wyverns, and I ended up in a tree and thinking I could fly out of it, but I just fell pretty flatly.
So Gray asked, they came after you with
No.
hundreds
Chicken.
of gnomes
Over chicken.
overeating their livestock.
Yep,
Miss goes, that's not exactly how it went down, but
it sure is.
What is that?
I feel like I'm missing something here. Did you guys do something wrong?
yeah,
Is this-
those two did.
We were just living our life, man.
Does Maria do anything? Say anything? Ask anything?
Well, Maria is currently discussing like funeral plans with her mom.
Okay.
Okay.
After she slaps you into last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in line now. Just, yes, mom. Yes, mom.
Is that your reset button?
Shouldn't there? Well, okay, so we've left. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So can you
Okay.
see on the map? You guys are about here.
Okay, yeah.
So let me actually
So
on the screen when we just.
Mist is going to fill Gray
Yes.
in and say, hey, so we're looking to build a guild hall not too far from this town, about a day's travel. And we're looking to do fundraising adventures so that we can afford our guild hall and start our new city around it.
So, cool. Tell me about your adventures you guys have had so far.
Well, we saved a cat from a tree, and it ended up being Professor's cat, and he gave us 5 silver, so that was fun.
No.
Because he forgot that he put the damn note up. Let's see, what else did we do? We killed a dragon and fought a werewolf.
You killed a dragon? They're sacred. What are you doing? Why would you kill a dragon?
It was on the post board, man. Lots of gold.
You just took a quest and killed a dragon?
Yeah, pretty much.
Dragons are the stable part of life and existence. They keep out other bad things. Oh gosh. Okay.
Well, that dragon's gone.
Yeah. You could see the anger and hurt in Gray's eyes. The pain.
Now
But-
does he have a moment where he accepts that maybe other cultures aren't the same as his?
But he takes a breath, calms down, looks at you and says, I'm far up north and things are done differently there. I understand. I accept that.
And then what else did we do, guys? Piss a bunch of gnomes off just now?
We delivered it. We delivered the dragon's eggs to the gnomes.
Eggs?
So
Did you say eggs?
there
You
were
gave
3.
you gave the 3 eggs to the gnomes, so the gnomes have the
You
eggs.
don't know how many eggs there are.
She said 3.
Oh, did you? Okay.
She said
Okay.
Yeah, she said 3.
So the gnomes have the eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we could get them back.
We definitely should get those eggs back.
Yeah.
Those eggs need to be getting back. We need to get those eggs back. Those eggs are very special, no matter what dragon it is. The power of the dragon you slayed. What? We'll accept that. But the eggs.
Well, he made a werewolf.
You made a werewolf.
No,
No, it
dragon.
made a werewolf.
The dragon made a werewolf.
The dragon made a werewolf.
So it wasn't exactly a nice dragon.
But you just said you just took a quest.
It was a quest, and then we ran into a werewolf, and it said this dragon gave me cool magical powers.
How? You talk to a werewolf? Who talks to werewolves?
We don't know, man. It's just what happened.
That is what went down.
Actually,
Alright.
I don't know.
It spoke common.
Well, the professor spoke to the werewolf, but did everyone else hear what? Because they were just having
He
a
related.
conversation.
Because
He
he
did
called them
relate
ass
to it.
hats.
Let's roll on intelligence to see if the professor did relay that information.
For us or him?
Him.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, I thought he related at the time.
He's frozen. I thought he related at the time, too.
He's moving sometimes, but
yeah,
he's,
and they
he's
said
frozen
that
right
they
now.
said that you said it was growly, but he was speaking common. That we heard him, and then the professor confirmed that we were asshats.
Oh,
Well, but that was in a conversation he was having with the professor while you guys were battling the dragon.
So you're saying that we have to roll to see
Oh.
if basically, and amongst all that happening, we
The
got
professor's dead.
Well, I was gonna have him roll, the professor roll, to see that he even remembered that conversation.
obviously he doesn't because he's gone.
Yeah.
He just wandered off.
He did wander off.
He did say he was wandering off.
Naked. He is naked right now,
Yep.
flapping in the streets.
Is this where the board is?
Yeah, it
For
is.
Mist wants to check the board to see if there's anything new.
That's
Alright.
probably a good idea.
So you literally checked the board less than 24 hours ago. So
It doesn't mean someone didn't hang something.
right. So let's see what was on the board. We got the missing cat was on the
Yep,
board.
that's a nope.
Yep. The spider lily was on the
Oh, that's
board.
right.
Taking down the gnomes to cure global warming was on the board.
Did we just take down the gnomes?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, the military is right now dealing with them. And then there was the help investigate the gnomes was on the board. That's gone now though. And I think that was it. So.
All right, so nothing new has popped up.
Yeah, nothing new. Not at the moment, no.
How much was the flower paying?
It was 2 gold.
Boo.
So,
we gotta do something.
but then now you guys also had some side ventures. And obviously, the gnomes were offering money for stuff, but I don't know. I don't think that's
Not
gonna
anymore.
I don't think that's going to go over too well anymore, right? The guards were offering money if you could get the gnomes to pay up their taxes, or not money, but they were offering an audience with the high court, basically.
Miss wants to go talk to the gnomes and tell them the dragon's gonna fuck them up again if they don't pay their taxes.
Well, right now, like I said, they're dealing with
Cool.
the royal guard, right? That's probably. I mean, you could probably go see if you can't find them, maybe, but that's sort of what's happening right now. I don't know if they're gonna be in talking mood. You try, sir.
Have they ran back to where they have kept said dragon eggs? Maybe.
Is it day or nighttime right now?
It's definitely like actually at this point it's probably early morning because this has gone on through the night. Because you went to meet the gnomes in the evening,
Right, that's why I asked. That's why I said yesterday, and you're like, no, it's still the same day. I was like, all right, fine.
Okay. Well, sorry. Well, it was hours ago. Sorry. I mean, yesterday makes
It was
seem
still
like,
yesterday would be the correct term.
okay. All right. So yeah, we'll say it's like 6 a.m. in the morning right now.
All right, Miss is gonna. Is there another inn around here besides the one that just burned down?
It is the only inn at the moment. But no,
Oh,
the professor has an apartment. and then the guild hall is a day's ride away, basically, or day's walk.
All right,
away.
Miss wants to go to Professor's house and get a whiskey and eggs.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So here on the map, you're all going to head over to the professor's apartment, which is just a one-bedroom apartment. Nothing lavish.
I prefer to sleep outside.
I'll say that I've given my mom a gold piece to help with funeral costs.
Yeah. Fluffy's taken the body, and gone off to sort of deal with that. So you guys, you get into the apartment, and is there anything you want to do other than getting breakfast in the apartment? Any more questions or interactions, or were there any more questions for Gray from the rest of you?
What do you eat? Why are you so big?
Very strong. We're from up. I'm from up north. We eat anything except people.
Or dragons.
Or dragons. We hunt, kill things, bare hands. Probably eventually should get some weapons to go with these hands though, because I would prefer still fighting with hands. I don't prefer axes or knives or anything. Basically, like that. Maybe something to go over these hands. Maybe fist weapons,
like a brass knuckle or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll start with brass knuckles, and then maybe some almost like claws or blades. That would be nice.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, but we still need to get those eggs back.
Mist would like to sooner or so maybe knock on that big ass door at the castle and ask for an audience.
Okay. Well, you're still in the. And I said it's early morning. You're having breakfast. I just wanted because something will happen, but I just wanted to see. I give time to resolve any interactions between you guys.
I'm definitely going to drink a healing potion.
All right.
Out of my pack.
Well, now that we're resting, I'll nap to regain the 2 health I lost.
I was gonna say you don't need to drink one, man. You can just take a nap.
Yeah, I believe.
If we're on a downtime.
I believe. Since Gray, is normally outside. It's no disrespect. He would like to prop himself by the outside of the house by the door.
Okay.
And take a nap.
All right. So we'll surmise that maybe a good 6 or so hours go by because you're resting and recovering, and so we're about midday. We're at noon now.
When we rest, do we get all our health back, or
yeah.
just? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
There are actually rules for that, but as a house rule, if you all rest for a long period of time, then I full health, right? So
okay.
So Gray is out in front of the door. He's sort of resting. Someone walks up beside you and starts heading into the building because it's like an apartment complex. So they're just walking in front door. You wake up and you see what looks like to be a military man, and he's clad in armor. And he starts going in the building and sort of up the steps to what's in there. You guys who are in the apartment, you're in there and you hear a knock on the door. What do you do?
No occupado. Miss opens the door.
Cool.
Says nothing.
Yeah. When you open the door, you see Lieutenant Carlson, who is the guy you spoke with before, who was also sort of the lead investigator for the murder of the shop owner. So he sees you guys.
Does Gray notice where he walks to?
Or do you see him walk in? Do you follow him in?
As he walk, how does he? You have to go upstairs, or it's just in a room?
He's gone upstairs to basically the apartment door.
Okay. So basically, I look. I look, and I can see him at their door.
Mhm.
Then I, slowly creep up behind him,
Okay.
and go. Nothing sinister. Just, to
Yeah.
wonder what's going on.
Okay. Let's roll 2d6 on your dex to see if he notices that you're behind him.
Okay. Yeah, he
Oh,
does.
he notices.
Yeah, he definitely he senses your presence, and as he's talking to them, you can see him sort of turn his head and kind of glance back at you. You don't do anything,
No.
necessarily. So, but he does notice that you're there.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm probably taller than him.
Yeah.
So I tower over
so,
him.
but as he looks in, he says, "Oh, good, you're all here." He says, "I have it on good authority that you were at the inn during the scuffle with the gnomes. Is that correct?"
Yeah, I was drinking a whiskey at the bar, and some chicken gnome bastards flew in the windows.
So he says, the gnomes have always been a problem, but they've never had actions so brazen before. Can you tell me in your own words what happened there at the inn? What was the interaction?
I was sitting there drinking whiskey. They busted in, and I left.
Do any of the rest of you say anything?
Yeah, I'll be like, they started yelling and screaming and attacking people, so I started shooting them.
Okay.
Look, hey, Gray looks
Man,
down.
things were crazy. There was a dragon last night. I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
Gray.
They saw the professor turn from a dragon back into a person. I mean, everyone saw this. So.
Okay.
Gray looks down, says, "Small man, gnome, run at me." Gray don't put up with that. He was on a dragon or some sort of weird chicken thing, so I threw a table at him. He was attacking people.
So he turns back to look at you as you're sort of talking behind him, and he says, "I don't recall seeing you around town. Who are you?"
My name's Gray. My name's Jeff. I tell him I'm from up north, and I was actually just trying to mind my own business, and then these gnomes bust in and start attacking everyone. Yes, I am new here. I haven't been here long. This actually was one of my first couple nights here.
Okay,
he was sitting across the table, eating and drinking.
So as you sort of engage in conversation now, he says, "And what is your business here in our town?"
Sure, I can answer that. He's joined us.
Wait.
Okay.
Calm, miss. I've been out in the wilderness for a very long time. No disrespect when no one speaks for me. I look at him and I look into his eyes and go, if I wanted to kill you, I would. I'm not here to hurt anyone.
Let's roll Defy Danger with your charisma to see how he takes that statement. So that's 2d6 on your charisma.
Okay. Boy.
Okay. All right.
My charisma is 0. So.
Yep. So he feels a little threatened by your words, but he also doesn't. He doesn't want to start like a fight right here, in sort of a residential area. So as you were talking to him and saying those words, he sort of puts his hand on his sword, but he doesn't make him move any actions. And then he sort of puts his hand down. Calm
down, man. I mean, no disrespect.
So he.
I'm also from up north.
So he looks
and
back
our
in.
customers different.
And we really need the professor.
Yeah.
So. Actually, let me ask this question. So, Maria and Fluffy and the professor were all talking about like stuff for the body, I guess, off to the side. If you're following chat, is that something that's happening? Are they like going to give him the body?
I mean, on the off chance he can bring him back, maybe.
Okay. Sure. So, God, where's Dylan? Come on now. So they agree to drop the body off at a location for him to pick up later. So that's canon now. All right, great.
No, it's just in the house with us. It's
No.
Like Weekend at Bernie's.
No, Fluffy is taking the body away.
Weekend at Bernie's style with with sunglasses on.
So, anyways, all right. So,
You can't take us anywhere.
no,
we can say the professor's gone to deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the professor's not here, and he's gone to go sort of do stuff with the body. That's fine. Because otherwise, otherwise, Lieutenant Carlson's got like a lot of questions for the for the dragon. So all right. So then he asks, might you have seen our good professor?
He wandered off naked.
Cool. And he says,
but the memory of his gross folds remains.
He says, do you know when he'll be returning?
Looks like any moment now.
He wanders in the door, still naked.
No, he walks up behind everybody up the stairs.
Yeah. Okay. So the professor shows up at the house behind him, and he looks back and he says, just the man I was looking for. He says, I have questions for you about your dragon form. What does the professor do?
He looks at him like, there was a dragon? You should be concerned.
He puts his hand up to his head and he sort of shakes it and he says, I'll come back when you're more lucid. He says,
he's 185. What do you want, man?
Why am I so cold? Did you strip me?
He looks back at a lot of you and says, I'd ask that you guys not skip town. I might have more questions for you later. And then he sort of trails off out of the apartment complex, back out.
Is it time for a cavity search? I do so enjoy those.
You just see him shudder as he walks away.
And the professor bends over and just sort of like walks backwards at him.
He ignores you and continues to walk. Please don't cast a fireball.
Dejectedly sigh.
There's no charisma roll to save for that.
Yeah.
As you hear his balls rub against the ground.
Oh, that's just a constant thing. Whenever I walk without pants, you just hear them dragging.
Yeah.
Gray says, "Come back and see us anytime."
I like him.
So,
What are y'all doing in my house?
Cool.
Professor, this is my house.
Oh, it's your house?
You
Sorry
gave it to
about
me
that.
last
He
week.
hands you the keys.
Does the so now I don't know if you've heard everything, but basically you've been receiving the body and doing something with it, storing it or whatever for whatever it is,
Yes.
whatever purpose you have.
When you say doing something with it, it just sounds so weird.
It's the professor. It is weird.
Oh, he's preparing for a lightning storm tonight so he can prepare a spell.
Yeah. So what do you guys do, right? What's sort of next for your group? It's midday. You're sort of
We're
rested
either
up.
reanimating the dead or going to find eggs.
I wanna go to the gnomes and tell them to pay the fuck up and get those eggs.
All right. So
Listen, Tim,
you're gonna head over to where the gnomes, the logging
Fuck
facility.
yeah.
Okay. So let's map that up real quick. We are gonna head over to where the gnomes are. And
The
then,
professor in the morning would like to animate the innkeeper.
so, well, the professor just has the innkeeper right now, and
In cold storage.
Yeah. so running over here. So you arrive at the gnomes' logging cabin. As you're approaching it, it's definitely like taken some damage. So as you walk up to it, there's like cuts in it. There's some holes in it, and as you walk up to it, it's just empty and vacant.
It's a smelloscope there.
It is. It's in pieces.
No.
Right. It's in pieces on the ground. You can see a lot of horse tracks and chicken wyvern tracks around the building. There's certainly some blood spilled on the ground there. You see bits and pieces of like armor and some broken weapons. And now, who else going? Is everyone going here?
Yes.
Or okay? All right.
Oh, I'm definitely going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to go get my
Body
cloak
later.
back from a body.
I want to discern realities to see if we can figure out where they went.
Okay.
I want to weep over the smelloscope.
I want to roll to see what I can find in here.
Actually, you know what? I want to roll detect traps first. That's a great idea. Before we go inside that thing.
Cool. All right. So we'll do that first. Go ahead and roll for detect traps.
All right. That is on Dex for me. That is correct. Oh, I got a 9. I'm gonna use my my hold one to give me a 10.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm not. Never mind. I get another hold one though because of extreme cautious. So yeah, do I detect any traps?
Yeah. Okay. So you're looking around, and you actually detect a number of traps, but they've all been tripped and spent. So there were some.
Is there any mechanisms or anything that I can gather?
There's some auto fire like crossbows. They were positioned in a number of places in the entryway. They've all been launched. And so there's some like there's like trip wires and stuff you could collect if you wanted to.
I would like to take some tripwire.
All right. And then also there's evidence of a magical seal, but that's been broken. So there's some like talismans that are broken off to the side. And so yeah, just sort of like basic stuff like that. But like I said, it's all been tripped. And then what was next? What else was doing?
I said I wanted to see what else there was to gather.
So you want to discern realities?
Yes.
All right, so yeah, go ahead and do that.
What am I rolling on wisdom?
2d6 with wisdom, yeah.
That's a 9?
All right, cool. So are you in the building now? Have you walked in the building?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you walk in the building. There's some like stables where a lot of chicken dragons were kept. And you do notice sort of on the floor in the back a very sort of suspicious looking rug. And so that's there. There are some food stores in there. There's a couple of saddles. You see ropes hanging from various places within the place. There's some like unlit torches. So that's what you see. And the broken smelloscope.
Can I take any of these things?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can have some of any of the things I named.
Okay, so like give me an example, like how many ropes, how many rations, stuff like that.
They're probably like you can get 2 like decent sized ropes. You can take 3 rations of food. So
Saddles.
you can saddle's a big thing. You can carry 1 saddle if you want, I guess.
One saddle.
Yeah.
And any torches?
You can take 2 torches, sure.
All right.
And you can take the rug if you want.
You know what? Yeah, we need a rug for our place, so suspicious rug.
Good call.
Yeah.
We need it for the guild hall.
All right.
Mist wants to slap the rug as she walks by and say, "Fly, my friend, fly."
So I will say at this point, like you can't carry anything else until you like unload a lot of this stuff, right?
That's fine.
You're
Yeah.
full.
Well, I mean, I figure that like we'll be heading back to like at least show Gray around and stuff after we do what we're doing here.
Yeah, or we can't skip town until asshole comes and talks to us again.
Yeah. So as
We're
you pull,
not skipping town.
As
We
you-
are. It's a day away.
so while Melody is basically
Oh, we can keep it in the professor's house.
being a hoarder, what are the rest of you doing?
Maria's gonna pick up a rock and go back into that back room and break that window.
Roll on strength.
Cool.
You're gonna hit yourself in the face with that rock.
You
Okay.
break the window.
man. Yeah.
You break the window. Good for you.
I'm just gonna
Your
laugh
arc is
and under my
complete.
breath mutter vindication.
What is that? What is the professor doing?
The professor is weeping over the smelloscope and is going to scoop it up into his arms.
Okay. I mean, the thing's massive. You won't be able to carry all of it.
He is going to scoop it into Gray's arms.
No.
You just see
No.
this old man waddle up to you and just
No.
start
No.
pushing parts of
No.
this giant telescope against you.
No. It's broken. We're not carrying in this. Did you know there's blood around? Are there tracks outside?
Yeah. There's tracks outside. There's blood outside.
So does this look like this is? I'm trying to think of what this building is. Does it look like there's more areas in this building?
Okay. So as Melody pulls up the suspicious rug,
Yeah.
underneath is a large wooden hatch type door on the ground.
Does this hatch have a lock on it?
Nope.
These
Okay.
guards suck.
So it looks like it had a latch and it's been broken.
Okay. So we've already detected traps. Do I see anything like scuffling to it, like there's blood that, or anything, or anything
There's
Go
some like
ahead.
sword marks on it, and that's what
Okay.
you see.
sword marks?
Yeah.
Okay. So Gray reaches down to lift the hatch door, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Trap door. And jerks it open.
Okay, yeah.
This is probably dangerous.
Roll on strength.
Okay, that's 2d6. And come on, money. Okay.
Right. Cool.
Plus 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 10. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you jerk the entire trapdoor off its hinges and everything. And it's just a hole now with a.
Slinging it to the side, accidentally hitting the professor.
No, you roll 10. It's fine. Um,
He is currently casting a spell.
Yeah. But you see a staircase that sort of leads down into the earth as it is, and that's all there.
But I'm sure it's dark down there.
It is dark. Yeah.
Okay. No lit torches.
Not currently, no.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I have two ideas.
Guess what? I have a torch that you can light. So
Don't worry, Professor cast fireball.
What?
Please don't just cast fire into the unknown abyss. You could
I'm
just
gonna mark
literally,
it. I'm gonna mark it
you
off.
could literally light eggs on fire. They could be down there.
Okay.
The
Yeah, but
professor
I
is
give
going
you-
to cast light on the door. And be
On
like,
the
carry
door?
this.
That's not gonna
Yes,
help.
the
on
door
the
you ripped off.
Oh,
Now it glows.
Oh,
Well, no,
To
you gotta
be
cast it
fair-
first. It doesn't glow yet.
yeah.
To be fair, the dragon eggs probably like fire.
Yes! I failed. 5.
Cool.
Can I now drop this door?
You ripped it off, right? It's
Okay.
like it's on the ground or whatever. I guess.
Oh, okay, see?
Here is the torch. I'm handing it to Gray.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So what happens when I fail?
no, I got it. I got you. All
I
right?
know. Yeah.
I got you.
I've been there before. I was
So,
supposed to glow.
So you went to go cast light, but instead you cast fireball.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. So you cast fireball, and you hit the wall of the logging cabin, and it's the logging
Great.
cabin, right? The thing's
You literally
chock
just
full
set
of
it on
wood.
fire.
So the inside of it catches on fire. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Let there be light! I didn't even prepare that today.
So the inside of
looks around
the inside of
suspiciously.
the giant wood building full of wood is now on fire.
Can we see down the hole?
You can see a little bit down the hole. Yeah, sure.
And he has a torch, so
Well, it doesn't help now that the building's on fire.
just light the torch off of the existing fireball on the walls.
Well, that doesn't matter that the building's now on fire. The building is now on fire.
Yeah.
Can somebody restrain him from just randomly casting spells?
Why is everything on fire all the time?
Yeah, why is everything burning? I'm in the
Why
tavern.
is the
It's on
professor
fire.
so slippery?
Gray, I'd get used to this if I were you.
No, we can't be casting fire on everything.
So what is Maria or what is
It
Mist
happens
doing?
all
If I
the
can Mist?
time.
I can't hear you. Mist don't exist.
How much fire is there? Can I smother it with the rug?
Please.
And I would say no.
Okay.
Great.
I still don't hear Mist if he's talking.
No.
I can't hear him either.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No.
And now he's a tower.
Maybe try again.
I hear him fuddling with it.
Is he gonna start talking in Morse code?
Beep 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 beep.
Nope.
I don't understand
Mm-mm.
Morse code, so.
Me neither.
Mm-mm.
But it'd be
I
a nice
know.
attempt.
I know like a few letters.
How about now?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
So what is Mist doing?
What happened? Miss is noping the fuck out of the burning building. That's what he's doing.
Cool.
Great.
So your curiosity about the hole is not overridden by the fact that the whole building's on fire.
Yes, the curiosity is gone. I want out.
Yeah, cool. Oh, you walk out. That's fine.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. What is everybody else doing?
I guess it's time to leave.
I'm gonna climb back out the window I just broke carefully. Just
It's a
Roll
hole.
defy
It'll be there when we
danger.
come back.
Oh
What?
my god.
Look, man, you just busted
Carefully,
the glass.
Roll with Dex.
Cool, that's a 7.
Cool. Yeah, you step out, but you get a small cut from the glass.
It gets its revenge.
Takes 8 damage.
Yeah, you.
That won't surprise me.
That's 4.
Oh,
Small
shock.
cut, large
Oh.
damage.
You're a hemophiliac. That's all right. What's Melody doing?
I guess I'm getting out because I guess like I heard that once everything burns down we can come and reinvestigate.
Sure, maybe. What is Gray
A
doing?
stone hatch is hard to burn down.
How big is this fire?
Let's say it's at this point maybe about 10 feet tall by about 13 feet wide and growing.
Yeah, let's get out.
You're fireproof, Greg. Go ahead, man.
Is he?
He's not.
I'm not fireproof.
He could be.
Hmm.
It could be a very bad decision to stay.
But it could be a good one if you find those dragon eggs.
Well, yeah, that's true. But y'all won't be able to come back in here, and I will be just me. Decisions.
It's alright, I hear cooked dragon eggs delicious.
Project Omelet.
Yep.
I mean, seriously, can you even cook dragon eggs? Dragons are fire.
Can we stop cooking? We are not cooking these dragon eggs.
Decide quickly, you'll defy danger.
Man, if you're gonna have to defy danger anyway, you might as well go in that hole.
Defy danger!
Fine, Gray goes in the hole.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you take I guess you don't take a torch or anything. You just go in there blind.
No, I have a torch in my hand.
Okay. Do you catch it on fire from the fire around the building?
Yes.
Sure. All right. Cool. And then what is the professor doing?
I'm going to try to cast Unseen Servant real quick.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he was gonna polymorph into a dragon.
Tempting. That's a 6. I can't possibly fail now. 2, 8, 11 total.
Okay.
So I summon an invisible construct, and I am going to hand the smelloscope part to it and shuffle down the hole after Gray. They are floating invisibly behind me.
Okay, all right, sure. So you and Gray head down inside the hole, and Melody
I'm in Gray's
and
hole, it's
Maria
great.
and Mist are all exiting the building.
Oh, I'm coming back in the front door. I didn't know it caught on fire. I'm just like, why is everyone going out?
You come in the front door and everyone's gone.
I guess I'm gonna look in the new hole in the ground.
Cool. All right.
I guess.
So you see some light down there, right? You see some light flickering down in the hole now.
I'm gonna shout, "Hey, wait up!" and I'm gonna run after the light.
All right, cool. So Mist and Melody, you guys are now sort of outside the building as it's on fire, and everyone else is back inside. Do you usually hang out there and wait, or are y'all returning back to town, or what's the plan here?
Mist pulls out a piece of his adventuring gear, which is marshmallows for everybody, and I'm gonna cook some marshmallows on the fire as we wait.
Marshmallows for everybody, so I guess we're just roasting marshmallows outside the building.
Why not? All right, cool.
Oh, I've saved it. It's happened.
Cool. So, as Gray and the professor are descending into the depths of this hole, they get a little ways, and after they get a certain amount of distance, Gray notices he doesn't hear the professor's footsteps anymore, which is weird.
He
And
tripped.
as he sort of pauses to sort of discern what's going on, Maria comes up behind him. And Gray, do you ask Maria if she's seen the professor or anything?
Where's that old man?
All right.
He was right behind me.
So just as a side note, Maria, you did not see the professor at all.
Nah. I have not seen anybody but Gray so far. Like, I don't know. Where's everyone else?
By the by, the professor never asked for his staff back.
Yeah. So the professor has seemingly disappeared in the darkness. But we'll, explore that at some other time. Meanwhile, Gray and Maria make it to the bottom of the passageway, and it opens up into a very, very, very large room. It's massive. And we will discover what's in that room when we come back the next time.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are going to a boss battle. Good luck.
So
It's perfectly okay. I expect to die.
Again?
I took 3 total damage from a piece of glass.
4. Wait, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, I've got
Armor.
1 armor. And
Yeah.
my mother's backhanded me twice.
yeah.
And she slapped you with force.
It's 'cause you were
Dude, she
being-
took
As
me.
an
She took me
aside.
under half health.
Yeah.
Those weren't warning slaps. That was
Also,
like
just as
orphanage.
we're here at the end of the stream. Thank you guys for playing, and thank everyone who viewed our stream for watching. Join us next week as the adventure continues.